Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Cristian. Cristian is from Lima in Peru, but he lives in Holland. So let's see what Cristian has to say. Enjoy the interview. Yeah? So how are
Yes.
you, Cristian? You okay?
Good. Actually, just I went for lunch and I just got back on time for your meeting. How are you?
I'm very well. Yes, I think today in London, it's a beautiful day. It's sunny. It's a bit cold, but it's sunny today in London. So yeah, it's great today.
Okay. Here's a little bit rainy, actually. Actually, before we continue, I wanted to ask you: do you speak Spanish?
I speak Portuguese, my first language. I'm from Brazil.
Portuguese. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure because from some videos I got the impression that you actually speak Spanish. I'm from Peru, so of course my first language is Spanish.
I see. So tell me, I believe, so you're from Peru, but you live in the Netherlands, in Holland.
Yes, correct.
I
just
see.
got here like 2 months ago.
Oh my God, so not long.
No, I just got here. Yeah.
And why did they move from Peru to Holland?
Actually, it wasn't quite like that. I was in Peru until 3 years ago. Then I moved to Cyprus to take my master's. After my master's, I was working there for a year. Then I came here to Netherlands with my partner, and I got a job. So pretty much I'm all set to start Netherlands life, let's say.
I see. So you left Peru to Cyprus to study your master's, and
Yes.
you had the opportunity to live in Holland now.
Yes, correct.
I see. And what were you studying in Cyprus?
I did a what is the name? Master on Business Administration.
Wow, amazing. And where's about in Holland you are living?
Actually, I have a strong background doing purchasing, procurement, negotiation. And actually here in Netherlands, I got the opportunity to continue doing that. I'm the tactical buyer for a company here. Mm-hmm. I just joined the team like a few weeks ago, so everything is new. But it's like a new beginning, you know how it's to be abroad, away from everything. For me, it feels like very different. I just like trying to figure out activities to start meeting people, because I know the social life, the social aspect of your life is like very important too. It's not just about work or studying. So I think I'm in that moment, you know, when you have everything pretty much set, but you still feel like you're missing something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's normal. I think that when you change country, you know that's well when you were in Cyprus. I think it's in the beginning can be a bit difficult, can be challenging. Adjust yourself to the language, to new culture, to people, the way they live, and it can be challenged at the beginning. But actually, you know what? When I moved from Brazil to Portugal 20 years ago, I remember a lovely lady told me, William, if you can stay 3 months, you don't come back anymore to Brazil. I was like, oh my God, I never forget that. And she said, those 3 first months is the time for you to adjust yourself, to get to know the place well. And after, you just live by. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I always remember that. And it makes sense as well. Some people takes longer, but some people, they can adjust quicker.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, for me, it was like, in Cyprus was more easy because I just went to study. I knew that I had to study. So I pretty much started hanging out with my friends from the university. But here it was different. You know, the first month I was like pretty much aware that I need to get a job. And then the second month, like I got a job and I feel like, okay, I need to focus maybe in this third aspect of it, which is the social life. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm going through the whole stages. But I agree actually what you just said. Like I think like 3 months is like pretty much the period that you have to put yourself through to actually feel comfortable in a new place, especially living far away from home, you know.
Absolutely. And where's about in Peru you come from?
I'm from Lima. I'm from Lima, from the capital. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. It's in Cyprus. The funny thing about Cyprus is like not too many people knew about Peru, that we exist as a country, and I didn't get upset or anything, because in Peru it's the same way. People in Peru, they don't know about Cyprus. They don't know there exists a country named Cyprus. At least my closest friend, they found out about Cyprus because I was telling them, oh, you know what, I'm going to keep my study my master's there in Cyprus. Everybody was like, oh my God, what is Cyprus? What is that? And I have to explain, Cyprus is an island located here in the middle of the Mediterranean. Yeah, and the thing is, like, when you go out, when you go abroad, you carry with you so many flags, the Peruvian flag, the engineer flag, the as a person flag. So because nobody knew too much about Peru or Peruvians there in Cyprus, it was very important for me, like, actually to present this like nice picture of like a nice person, like a neat person, like a professional person, like a friendly person. So it was one of my, let's say, goals,
I see. And why Cyprus? Why did you have the opportunity to go there? Was the only place that you could have your master's or not?
No. It was actually quite a trip. I started traveling around Europe like many years ago, and Cyprus wasn't even in my radar. I have a very old friend that I met in Peru, like 15 years ago, maybe. It happens that he is half Peruvian and half Cypriot.
Wow.
Which is a pretty weird combination, So when I started traveling in Europe, he was like, you're in Europe, why don't you come and visit me? And I was like, okay, but what am I going to do in Cyprus? He was like, come here, I will show you the island, we will go around. So, okay. So that's how, like 4 years ago, I decided to go to Cyprus for the first time. And to be honest, that trip, because Cyprus wasn't the only country that I was visiting in Europe, but that trip was for me like something that convinced me to, I have to come to Europe to study. Just because of the lifestyle, because of the academic opportunities and everything. I was like pretty much, my mindset was like, I have to go to Europe to study. But of course, because of the language, my first choice was Spain. It will be much easier. And the thing is, like, I was looking around what will be like the best place to study and what will be the most suitable masters for me. And I narrowed down to Canada, Spain, German, and I wasn't considering Cyprus back then in the moment, in the first batch. But the other thing is, like, from Peru, for me, it was like kind of hard to live abroad without work. So definitely Canada and German, they were very expensive countries. The lifestyle, the cost of the life. So the numbers didn't match in my head. I was like, okay, I will have to get a loan because my savings won't be enough to live. And then I said, okay, you know what? It was going to be Spain. And in this research, I don't know why I asked, I remember, like, I went out with some friends, we were drinking, we were talking about different things, and someone mentioned something about why don't you ask how old is the people that are going to be with you in the Masters? I don't remember how do we get that, but that thing really stuck in my head. I remember next Monday, I sent an email to the university, Lou, you know what, I just want to be sure about this is the right master. Please, can you tell me the average age of my colleagues and the other students? And the thing is, like, I already had a few masters from Peru, and just start realizing that the theory is going to be the same theory in Peru, in Brazil, in Portugal, in whatever. It's going to be the same. You learn more from your colleagues' experiences. So it is for me at that moment. It was very important to actually have the opportunity to study with other managers, with other high managers, to learn from their experiences. And of course, with a group of from 20 to 25, there's not much experience that you can learn from. So I was like, okay. And then in this research, I was checking this scholarship that the government of Peru provides. And I was checking all the countries, and one of the countries in the list was Cyprus. I was like, they give money to go to Cyprus? And I was surprised. But the thing is, like in Peru, because everything is very bureaucratic, it was like you have to apply in February. They will reply you. They will ask you several papers and different things until May, and they will give you the answer in August. And you start classes in September. I was like, you have only 1 month to get ticket flights, to get locations, to get everything, because you don't know if you are going to be accepted or you're going to get the money from the government. And one of my friends told me, like, you know what, just in case, why don't you apply directly to the university? And then I went to Cyprus a second time undecided yet what to do. And then I came back in the third time and I said, okay, you know what? I have to meet the people from the university and see what they can offer and everything. And doing the research, I didn't know that actually Cyprus and Peru, they have a very old diplomatic agreement. So if any Peruvian goes to Cyprus to get a high education, the government is they have to give us some discount mandatory. And the same goes both ways. You know, even if Cypriot want to go to Peru to get a high education, the government will provide a small scholarship. So money-wise, Cyprus was like the default option. I already knew the country. I already know how expensive it's going to be. I already had friends there. So, you know, the whole thing is built up, and I say, okay, you know what, Cyprus it is.
Amazing. Very good. I think sometimes, you know, life takes us to places that you're not expecting, and we find our way there. Cristian, should I call you Chris or Cristian?
Cristian, whatever you like, don't worry.
Amazing. Cristian, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views? Amazing. Yes. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best friend, okay? Full of random fun questions. I'm just going to play a song now just for us to move a little bit before the first question, okay? Let's do it. Okay, Cristian, before we start the game, during the journey, if there is a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay.
First question for you is, good question, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
I think right now, I see myself here in Netherlands. Actually, I already talked to some friends I already had here. And I see myself actually buying a property here. If it's not an apartment, maybe a house. But like I feel like here in Netherlands is like, for me, a place that I can settle down.
Are you based in Amsterdam?
I've been in Amsterdam once, but the thing is, like, when I went to Amsterdam, it was like a public holiday. So it was very crowded. And the other thing is, like, the main roads in Amsterdam, they were under construction. So if you have the construction, a lot of people moving around was not the best experience for me. So I didn't get the best first impression. I'm not saying it's not a beautiful city, but again, because of these situations, it wasn't the best first impression. I mean, I wouldn't go again if I don't have to.
See. Okay. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, Cristian from Peru. Next question is, what does happiness mean to you?
What?
What does happiness mean to you?
Oof. Right now, happiness, I think, is like one cup of coffee in the morning, a cigarette, and my partner with me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Do you think that happiness is a choice?
Kind of, because when you have all these stupid things in your mind that might hold you back, they won't go away until you actually decide, you know what, enough of this, and I have to move forward. And that's a choice, a decision. So I think kind of it is.
When you said about your partner, you looked around. Is your partner around? Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, he's playing next to me the PlayStation.
Oh, beautiful. Next question. Let's do it. Right, Cristian, before the next question, tell me what do you like the most about your job? Yeah. And what's the most challenging part?
The thing that I love the most about my job, I love the emergencies. And I don't know how to describe, how to put this. My job, I deal a lot with suppliers, of course. And I participate in different kind of projects that the company has. And any emergency, I like to tackle down because somehow every time that you deal with an emergency, good or bad, I think just the fact that you have the confidence that you can manage the emergency, it's kind of like I give this vibe of confidence to my manager in other departments that actually I can handle the emergency. So they start like turning to me. I kind of like that, you know. It's part of. I love those situations. They put me against the wall, like, and kind of like a little bit in problems, but I like that actually. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Next question for you is, what is the silliest thing that you have posted online on social media?
I think like many years ago when Instagram just started, I posted this poster that I think it was in a bus station, I think somewhere in Peru, and the poster said something that now that you are reading this, I am part of your life, something like that. I don't know. It's something like funny in the moment.
And saying that, when you think about Lima, yeah, back in Peru, what's the best memory that comes to your mind?
The best memory, I remember when I was a child, there was this park close to my house, and I used to go there with my mom and my sitter, my babysitter. I don't know his name, babysitter, right?
Yeah.
And I love those because back then I remember that my dad was working the whole day, my mom was working part-time, so I only had this like from 4 to 6 in the afternoon when you still have sunlight for me to go out and play. And I remember I was very attached to my babysitter, and I remember that I made very good friends from back then because I was like 4 or 5. I made this group of kids who I would just to play around. They're until now they are still my friends. We still talk. They live close to my house in Peru, and I think it's the moment when I still feel safe, you know.
And all your family, they are back in Peru, in Lima.
Yeah, my family still lives in Lima. I'm the only one who's abroad.
See. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, Cristian. Next question is, what is one food you could eat for the rest of your life?
I think I have 2. Ají de gallina and carapulcra, which are 2 dishes from Peru. Ají de gallina is made with chicken. It has this yellow sauce with chicken. You put over the potato, and you usually eat that next to rice. And actually, I remember I cooked that before here, and they told me that yellow sauce, it tastes like curry. Curry. Sorry, my English is not the best.
Okay.
But it can, for them, it tasted like that. For me, it doesn't, but well. And the other thing is, carapulcra is basically this specific potato that grows in the coast of Peru. And it has this orange sauce with pork And again, everything is mixed, and next to rice, it was like really, really good.
And do you like cooking?
No, I suck at it. No, I don't cook. No, 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 no. I don't know how to cook. I mean, I can follow a recipe, of course,
Uh-huh.
but it's not something that it's not something like, oh, you know what can I do? Let's cook. No, never. No, no. Being abroad, I make my food, but to survive, you have one kind of tuna, you make rice, you mix it and you eat it, but not something that I put an effort on it.
Welcome to the club. I'm the same.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
I'm
I don't
learning.
know.
I think through the COVID crisis, when the world went upside down, we had no choice. We need to, to cook or, trying to find a ways. And yeah, that's when I kind of got into, but very basic, very, very basic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready for another one?
Yes.
Let's do it. Next question.
Let's do it.
Next question for you is, which person do you send more text message? Which person you are more in touch with?
Who do I text more? I think it will be my best friend in Peru, Julio, and my other best friend, Alfonso. I think both of them, I text them all the time, but usually, to send memes or what I do, silly conversations. But I think both of them are the one that I texted the most. Yeah, because for example, with my mom, it's more like a phone calls.
Uh-huh.
Or video calls, but I don't text her with her that much.
Do you have siblings as well?
Yeah, I have 3 brothers.
Wow.
But we talk in the chat group, but they are like very, I don't know, they're like all married in their life, so we don't talk that much. Unless it's a specific thing. We have regular phone calls and everything, but it's more is like texting with my friends in Lima.
Next question, let's do it. Next question for you is, what makes you most proud?
Might sound silly, but for me, it was when I started living in Europe, I had a chance to stand in front of this board in the company I used to work in Cyprus. And I was doing my job, presentation, doing estimation, money, time, all the things that I do. And I noticed that actually I create this impact, and people that didn't know me in the moment, they were like, oh, where are you from? What do you study? Because everything makes sense, everything is nice, your presentation was good. So when I received that positive feedback, I feel more secure, more confident about my background, my work, my studies, everything, like, all the things came together for a reason. And I was like, okay, I'm on the right track. This is my thing. I like to do it. I love to do it. And I know how to do it. Something like that. So I'm very proud of that moment for me. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Before the next question, tell me what was the most beautiful part of living in Cyprus? What did you like the most? And also, what was the most challenging part?
The most beautiful of Cyprus, people will tell you probably the same, are the beaches. They have, it's an island. I mean, the beach all around the island is beautiful to lie down and relax, and even to party, to drink. The weather is, for me, was a little bit extreme. Coming from Lima, you pretty much are in winter, you are like around 10 degrees, 15 degrees. Then you go through the whole thing, and in summer you will reach 32, 34, some cases. But in Cyprus, it's like for a whole 2 months, you are 40, 42, 40, 42, 40, 42. So for me, it was hard. It was like, and people is, oh, nice weather, it's summer. 40 degrees is not nice. For me, like 40 degrees, it's like hell. you know. But they know, they're used to it, they loved it, but I didn't enjoy it that much. You are sweating all the time. You are cranky. It's impossible to sleep if you don't have AC or a fan in your bedroom. So, but the beach definitely for me is one of the most beautiful things about Cyprus. And the challenging aspect for me, I think it was the language because they speak Greek. So even when everybody speaks Spanish around me, Spanish, I'm sorry, English, local people and some friends, family of my friend, they speak Greek, especially old people. So it's kind of hard to communicate if you don't know at least the basics, you know.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's the challenging part.
Next question for you is, if you could live anywhere in the world, where that would be and why?
I would say maybe Malaga. Yeah, Malaga is a nice city. It's like you have your nightlife, but it's not too like Madrid. You know, Madrid more exploding in nightlife. So Malaga is like a little intermediate, but for me it's okay. The weather is nice, nice view. It's like a pretty nice lifestyle. So I think I would say Malaga.
Okay, amazing. I have 3 questions left for you. Let's do it.
Okay.
Next question is, which question you don't have an answer for?
Well, if somebody asked me who do I miss the most, I don't know if I would say my mom or my dad.
You are close, very close for to both.
Yes, but I just lost my dad a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
I have my mom far away. So when people ask me, I don't know who I miss the most.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, parents, it's, you know, they have always going to have a special place in our hearts, you know, even though they're already gone for some reason. It's they're always going to be there anyway. I think, you know, in your memories, in your hearts, when you think about your dad, for sure, always going to have a special place in your heart, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it's not easy. You know, living away from our parents, our country, it can be very difficult. Yeah, but at the same time as well, we need to explore the world. We need to look for happiness. We need to live in a life that makes us happy. And sometimes you cannot have everything. You cannot have, you know, your family around and live so far away. So you can, you know, it's like a balance. You need to choose. Sometimes it can be difficult.
How was for you the transition, like going from Brazil to Portugal to London? I don't know if you've been another country in between.
We're going to be here 2 hours talking about that. But very briefly, I left Brazil when I was 19 years old, very young. I lived in Portugal, and from Portugal, after 5 years, I moved to the UK. And yeah, I think I was very young. You know, I was, you know, starting my adult life, and I've been living in Europe more than actually back in Brazil. So yeah, it's been a beautiful journey, yeah, with ups and downs, but I'm happy where I am right now. So that's what matters. Yeah. 2 questions left for you, Cristian. Let's do it. Right, before the next question, tell me, so far, what do you like the most about living in Holland?
Oh, here, for example, I live in the city Eindhoven. And if you ever had the chance to come here, you will notice that the whole city is very well set to go everywhere in bike. You got your bicycle, you can go everywhere. And I love that because for me it was new. In Lima, in Peru, you cannot do that because Lima is very big. So if you got your bike, you can go around maybe. And if you want to go far away, you need a car to transport your bicycle. So no, in Cyprus, the whole country, even if it's small, but in the culture, it's like everybody has a car. And actually, without a car, it's kind of hard to move around. But everything is car. But here is bicycle to go everywhere, to the supermarket, bicycle to go. I could go to the working bicycle. I mean, it's not that far, but because I have meetings with the high managers and blah blah, I don't want to get to work all sweaty, you know. So I don't go in bicycle, but you could something you could do, and if you had a chance, I swear, I hope it's very beautiful to go in bicycle around, nice houses, parks, lakes. It's very beautiful. Yeah.
Tell you something now. I've been in Eindhoven more than 20 times.
Here in Eindhoven?
Yeah.
Really?
I was there in August, actually. I had a very good, one of my best friends. He lives in Eindhoven, not far from, actually, now he's living in Helmond. It's very close to Eindhoven, but he was living in Eindhoven for so many years. So I've been there more than 20 times for sure. It's so cheap.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, absolutely. It's so cheap to go to fly there from London. It's so quick as well. It's like 40 minutes on the plane. So I've been so many times, have no idea. The first time I've been to Eindhoven is been like 20 years ago, the first time. So I've been so many times there that...
okay. So next time you come, you have to text me and let me know so we can arrange and we can go for a coffee, for a drink or something. Eh?
Absolutely. I'll let you know. Next, actually, I plan to go there soon, sometime soon, and I'll let you know next time when I come for sure.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Next question is, what is your idea of a perfect friendship?
Trust. I think without trust, a friendship or any relationship for that matters is kind of hard to build. For example, with my best friend in Peru, I remember there was this period where we spent the whole time together, and we reached this point. I swear it might sound stupid, but we reached this point that when we have a conversation with a group of friends, one of us is talking, and the other one start finishing their sentences.
Wow.
So we were like, we got this dynamic, very weird, because we couldn't actually know what the other person is going to say. And of course, due to life, we drive apart. But even right now, we text all the time, and even we can have some days without texting. It's okay. I mean, it's not that he's less of my friend, but I think for me, it's trust. About him, like I can blindly trust anything regarding to my life, to my personal life, or work life, or we share a lot of things. And but also to reach that point, it required that we've been through hard moments, uncomfortable moments, happy moments, to reach that high level of trust, you know.
Amazing. Very good.
You know?
Ready for the last one?
Yes, I'm ready.
Last question, let's do it. But before the last question, Cristian, let's see, if I would come to Lima in Peru for the very first time, what is the must place to go to visit? What's the postcard of Lima, in your opinion?
I will tell you, it depends. Lima is a big city. We have a lot of different things. So, for example, if you tell me, you know what, I like food, I will tell you, you know what, you have to go here, and there to eat nice food. If you tell me, I like history, you know what, you have to go this museum, so you will learn. I like side viewing. Okay, you have to go this, and that. So it depends what you're looking for. We have it's a big city, so we have different things to see, to know. But unfortunately, as any South American country, Lima is not the safest city. So when people ask me about my country or my city, I always tell them, no, Lima is beautiful because we have this and that, but the bad thing is the criminality. You have to be aware of your things all the time. So you don't have to trust people that you don't know in the streets. So you have to be pretty much aware of that. And it was like a really big change, you know, coming to Europe. The first time that I went to Spain, it's like my friends were taking off their jackets, they put in the hanger, and they went out to the club. And I was like, in the jackets, who's gonna watch the jacket? I was like very in my Peruvian mindset, you know. That's the only thing that I can say that you have to be aware of.
But let's say, for example, Rio de Janeiro. In Rio de Janeiro, the postcard is the Christ. Yeah, in Rio de Janeiro, there is a place that's define Lima.
I think the Costa Verde. Costa Verde is like this beach circuit around the main part of the city, and you have nice buildings on the side, nice viewing because you can see the whole ocean, Pacific Ocean, and you have nice restaurant. It's a nice place it's a nice picture actually. Yeah.
Okay. Last question for you is, what was the biggest punishment have you ever received?
I think, for example, in my teenage years, I used to get drunk a lot, and in my drunkenness, I used to be like the party person. I would this club, and meet people, ha, he. And but at some point, I was not in totally control of the alcohol that I was drinking. And of course, when you drink that much, you reach this point that you don't know what you're doing. And even you have blackouts and everything. So in that period of unconsciousness, because I wasn't aware what am I doing, I lost like really good friends because different situation. I was fighting, or I was like creating situations that they were out of nowhere, and I was starting to make people uncomfortable around me, and because of that, I lost like really nice friends. And they start blocking me, they start like avoiding me, and that I think that was a punishment that for me was like very hard because in my conscious life, they were like very close, very good persons. They were very good people. I'm sorry. And so in my conscious aspect, it's like I don't know why they're trying to block me from their life, but I have to respect as well. So yeah.
Yeah, those things happen. It always brings a lesson of it. So yeah, that's it's always about learning. Life is about learning all the time. Okay, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words, and you just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game.
Okay.
Family, one word.
Mom.
Money.
Not necessarily.
Love.
It's an accumulation of lessons learned.
Life.
Not knowing is the best part.
Say again?
Not knowing what is going to happen is the best part.
Wow. Sex.
Ooh, kinky.
Ooh, politics.
Ooh, lies.
Religion.
This is going to be a phrase, okay? But for me, in my experience, I'm not saying that it's like a universal rule, but I found that religion is the cause that divide more people.
Okay. Fear.
To the routine.
Friendship.
Oh, everything.
Desire.
Passion.
Regret.
For me, regret is something to avoid. I don't like regret anything.
Okay. Success.
A constant fight.
Wish.
Travel more.
Happiness.
Oh, hot coffee, a cigarette, and my lover.
One word for Lima.
Is Is this, I know the word in Spanish, I know what the word is in English. It's like
Say the word in Spanish.
It's like a sweet sadness.
Okay. One word for Cyprus.
Opportunity.
One word for Eindhoven.
Oh, hope.
And the last one now, Peru, one word.
Fighter.
Okay. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your best friend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your best friend, what is the most beautiful thing about Cristian, and what's something that he still needs to work on, to improve on? What your best friend would say?
I think he will say that the best thing about me, it will be like I'm very easygoing. And the thing that I need to work on, I think he will say that maybe I need to drink less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's play now, Cristian and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, Cristian, you can ask me a question now.
Yes. Look, for example, because of your channel and everything, you have been dealing and knowing a lot of people from different places, you know. What have you learned from all different stories, different places, different people, different everything, you know? What have you learned? Have you learned something from them?
Absolutely. I love the question. Absolutely. What I've learned so far through those over 800 interviews. Tomorrow is going to be 800 interviews tomorrow on the show. My goodness. I've learned that people, we are so different. Yeah, people, they are so different. It doesn't matter where you come from, you know, whatever, how you've been raised, what do you believe. You know, there are so many things that make us so different. And at the same time as well, we are very similar. I think all of us, we are looking for happiness. We are looking to be accepted. We are looking to be heard. We are looking to be, you know, a better person. We are looking to grow, you know, to connect with people. So at the same time that we are so different because of different reasons, yeah, we are very different, but at the same time as well, we are very similar. I realize that people around the world come from different parts of, you know, the world. We have the same way of living somehow. We have, you know, a way of, you know, helping people or try to make the world a better place. We're trying to, you know, to live life in a way that we can be comfortable, that we can, you know, share memories. I think, yeah, that's the main thing I've learned so far. That's at the same time, we are so different, but we are so similar as well. That's what I've learned through those interviews, for sure.
Oh, cool.
Did you have a good time, Cristian?
Yes, actually, yes. It was nice and nice doing this interview with you. Thank you again for the invitation. And I'm glad we can talk actually to meet you and everything. And you have to promise me that if you come to Eindhoven again, you have to call me. You have to text me and we can arrange a coffee or drinks or something.
For sure. As soon as I organize everything, I'll let you know in advance so we can organize something for sure. I love Eindhoven. Eindhoven, it's a place that, oh my God, I have so many memories there. And I love Holland. It's amazing. I'm so glad that my best friend, one of my best friends, he lives there. And yeah, it's amazing. For sure. We're going to make more memories.
Perfect.
Before you go, Cristian, if you can share a positive message, something that you live by.
I think I will say, don't be afraid to start over.
Yes, good points. Very good points. Keep going, keep trying. You never know where you know your life can take you. So keep trying all the time. Never be afraid.
Yeah, definitely.
Take care. Regards to your family, and we keep in touch. Okay, it was a pleasure.
Yes. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.